People who, in many instances, have absolutely no clue what they are doing. The Marxists, the anarchists, the looters, the agitators.
Okay.
The Marxists,
we'll do it
the
then.
anarchists.
Episode 166. All right. It's Inane Blather. Official podcast sponsor of the Super Bowl 60 champion Seattle Seahawks. I liked that shout out they gave us during the Super Bowl. It was
it was kind of expected, but
yeah, I paid a lot for it.
You know.
But it's still cool to hear it. Especially when referring to a podcast where we blather inanely and discuss various
at these blood sex rituals.
That's
exactly
what we talk about until someone tells us to
shut the hell up, bitch.
which is usually pretty quickly, but
and you, dear listener, are along for the ride, packed in like sardines in the Dayglow covered Merry Pranksters bus that that holds all 6 billion of you.
Headstrong, stubborn, quibbling, self-centered, vindictive, obnoxious, hormonal, sexually preoccupied, evil, thieving, cross-dressing jerks.
Not us, just you.
that's not us. We're more like head-bonked individuals.
Shut up.
Yeah. We, for all those headstrong jerks, we just say,
eat your fucking slop.
Please.
So, I'm I don't know. It's funny. I'm not saying I'm not feeling it, but gosh, I'm way less. I'm way more mellow than I ever am at the beginning of a podcast. I don't know what to talk about. I have a couple things, but I mean, I made the mistake of opening up New York Post, and yeah, all over the front, it's just about trans shooters. The media is covering
really
up
sad
the
to
trans
see.
shooter problem, according to the New York Post. Yeah, really sad. Another shooting.
BC.
Horrible. Although I did scroll further down and saw that there was a nice new article by one of our faves, Miranda Devine. We haven't read her in a long time. But one thing, speaking of your Super Bowl 60 champion Seahawks, of course, everyone's all talked about the halftime show, et cetera, the TPUSA halftime show that they tried doing instead for those weirdos that, for whatever reason, I mean, it's racism, didn't want to watch Bad Bunny, which was a great show. It was really fun.
Oh yeah, it was so fun.
But and really
what more
cool
would you
what
want
they
out
did.
of a show?
English.
Like, it was a show. Yeah, I guess.
So many people
so
in
like,
comments.
The lyrics? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
God.
You listen to this kind of music and you're wondering what the lyrics are? Okay. But it's funny. I saw a few
Shake your
comments
ass.
from people that were like, wow, now these people get to understand that American music is popular all over the world and what it's like for a lot of other people hearing music in a different language. Hello. It's still good music that they like. Like, what the hell? What, you go back to your opera. Oh, wait, no. Oh, that's in Italian.
It's like he just won Best Album of the Year or whatever. It's like he's popular and just like
It's popular.
Jon Stewart.
More
We
people
watched-
watch the halftime show worldwide than watch the Super Bowl. It peaked at like 140 million viewers. Absolutely wild.
It was very, very, very fun. And it's like, but guys, it's just the Super Bowl halftime show. Like I watched the, Jon Stewart is there on Monday nights, and he's talking about it, and it just is really like just really what an embarrassing thing to focus on.
What an embarrassing thing to be upset about.
And because they're so fucking triggered victims, like he showed some. I didn't watch the other Super Bowl halftime show, Kid Rock, but I saw some of the highlights.
Yeah.
But some of that one guy's song is like, I just want to feed my dog, drive my truck, and it's like, so fucking do that. No. Everybody, you can do that. That's like not, what are you fucking talking about? What is the next lyric? I just want the Super Bowl halftime show to be in English. It's like, you're such a fucking whiner. It's exactly.
Get the hell out of here, you fucking.
It just is. Yeah. It just was so incredibly.
I just want to see other bumpkins at the Starbucks.
The thing about it being in Spanish is truly like, so who fucking cares at all? He won the best album of the year or whatever with that. It's Spanish language. He's incredibly popular. The Super Bowl halftime show it was toe tapping popular. And it was a spectacle. It's popular artists do it. He just won the Grammy. Like, why would it be someone else? Why would it be someone else? He just won fucking album of the year. He's so insanely popular.
Yeah.
Why would
you got the
because he doesn't speak in English. But yeah, like he's popular. That's what it's about. It's about a popular. It's like makes sense for the time. Besides when they did Tom Petty, I was like, this is so boring. I really did not like that Super Bowl halftime show.
Well,
I mean, whatever. He's a legend. But it's like you want Lady Gaga. You want people who have put up big albums or huge names, and he's like huge.
Yeah, I'm sure
name.
They were very upset when the Rolling Stones played. They're not American.
Oh,
or when the Who
they were
played.
Speaking the Queen's English.
Yeah, if the Beatles got brought back from the
English.
dead, are these people going to be upset that they're playing the Super Bowl halftime show? Of course not, because they
could understand it.
They're not
the lyrics.
because they're not Hispanic. They're not from Latin America. And it's like...
he's actually from America, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's from Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Unless you're, what's-her-face, that blonde idiot.
Megyn Kelly?
No. Did you ever see... Crystal Ball was talking to... Who was... Gosh, she was real hot for a second there. She went on The Daily Show years ago. She was a Fox News.
Tommy Lauren.
Toby Lauren. Yeah, where she was like, "Well, I just don't think he should be American." And Crystal Ball was like, "He's American." He's like, "No, he's from Puerto Rico." Straight up, like talking like that. And Crystal Ball saying, Puerto Rico's part of America, honey." Or she said honey or dear or something like that. It was like, how embarrassing that not only racism and xenophobia comes from a place of stupidity, but then it's like showing how stupid you are because of your racism. Like your racism is blinding you to everything but ignorance. I don't even know how to put it. It's just so embarrassing. But even me, I mean, I'm not a big fan of most of his music. It's just not my style. I've never really been into reggaeton and Latin dance hall type stuff. And then halfway through the show, it just becomes this absolute like full horn section Cuban music, Latin jazz breakdown. And I was like, I want every Super Bowl halftime show to be this music. When Lady Gaga was singing and they all came together, I was like, I love that music. I mean, I like a lot of Latin music, and it really nailed it. But interesting here So I was actually, it's funny. The reason I got on this was this morning. It was the rumors of Cardi B and Stefan Diggs breaking up, which I was like, that's hilarious, because I was like, she needs to leave him for Reek Woolen. For our few listeners that actually follow the Seahawks or watch the Super Bowl, but Reek Woolen and Stefan Diggs got in an altercation on the sidelines during the game. I was like, I didn't even know they were together. I don't follow that stuff, but I was like, that's funny. He loses in the Super Bowl, and then his world famous girlfriend dumps him. That's brutal. But so then I was looking at just Cardi B. And before getting distracted by just going to the images tab, I saw this from AP. So Cardi B's cameo in Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show leads to dispute on prediction markets. And just a couple episodes ago, we were talking about Kalshi. You know how it's like, it's wild. The gamification of everything, like how grossly like capitalistic it is. Oh my gosh, it's intersecting in my mind right now, like this idea. And going back to that country song from the TPUSA halftime show you were talking about, that someone it was either on Chapo or someone in their comment section remarked that it sounded like it was country music, sounded like that it would be country music in Starship Troopers. It's like,
that's
or
so
RoboCop or something like that. It's like almost half satirical in a Paul Verhoeven movie. But anyway, so now I missed it when I was talking to Dad, or I turned away for 10 seconds and didn't see Cardi B. And I remember you were like, what? You missed it. Pedro Pascal was in the halftime show. Cardi B. I was like,
Jessica
what?
Alba.
Oh, man. Yeah, Jessica Alba. But I was like, oh, that's cool. I missed it. But so, Chicago, AP. Cardi B was part of Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show. What she did exactly, well, that turned into a perplexing question for two major prediction markets. At least one Kalshi trader filed a complaint with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission over how the prediction market handled Sunday's appearance by the Grammy-winning rapper. Because that was a huge thing. Like, will Cardi B perform in the Super Bowl halftime show? So she was in the halftime show. Did she perform in the halftime show? Like, what did it
was on
when
stage.
It comes down to it, what does it actually mean? But yeah, let's see, blah, blah, blah. Prediction markets provide an opportunity to trade or wager on the results of future events. Yeah. More than $47.3 million was wagered on their market for who will perform at the big game. A Polymarket, Polymarket's the other big one that I especially know with politics, futures trading, aka gambling. Polymarket contracted more than $10 million. Cardi B joined singers Karol G and Young Miko and actors Jessica Alba and Pedro Pascal on a starry front porch during the halftime spectacle. She danced to the music, but it was unclear whether she was singing along during the show, which included performances by Ricky Martin and Lady Gaga, which was awesome too. Ricky Martin, that was great. And he was, all this stuff, all this halftime show stuff that I've been absorbing or whatever. It was just a different comment section or something, but people were saying Ricky Martin, that was like, what's funny is singing all this stuff in Spanish, and the real kind of half protest anthem he was singing there, and the fact that he did like an entire album of that sort of thing. I was like, Ricky Martin's like a left-wing singer icon. I didn't know that, but
I thought he was just a no.
Yeah, no, he put the hair back down. Can't believe it.
Yeah,
I think he went to conversion therapy. No, but let's see. So due to quote ambiguity over whether or not Cardi B's attendance at the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show constituted a qualifying performance. Kalshi cited one of its CFTC-approved rules in settling the market at the last price before trading was paused, and they returned all the money to its users. They had to call it all a wash. Let's see. Under the full rules, this is one of their spokespeople, singing and dancing counted as a performance, but just dancing in the background did not. In the as-broadcast performance, Cardi B was dancing and mouthing words to the song, but it was unclear if she was singing. And it's just like, where are we? What are we doing?
What are we doing? What are we doing, guys?
Let's see. But it's just crazy that, like, it's so funny that all of this hubbub about the halftime show, and it's out of all people, I just think it's hilarious that it's Cardi B. Cardi B is the impetus for a complaint filed alleging that Kalshi violated the Commodities Exchange Act. But with how it resolved the Cardi B contract, the guy who filed it and is filing suit is seeking $3,700. Wow, you put a bit of money on that one.
Didn't he get all his money back?
Yeah, but he wanted to win the bet. And it's like not just bets.
Bro.
You're doing futures. You're doing like futures trading. So then it depends on like the price of the. I don't know. They have to settle a price that it pays out at and stuff. Kalshi reported a daily record high of more than $1 billion in trading volume on the day of the Super Bowl. An increase of more than 2,700% compared to last year. Yeah, that's what all I can think of is like, we're all just giving up, is what it is. This is the only thing, everything.
Just AI and gambling.
Life, like you're making money. Life itself is just like vaporware at this point. We don't do anything. Like what
is it that you say you do here?
I don't know. What do any of us do here? Is we're just propping up like a fucking Ponzi scheme at this point. Is how the entire economy's working. It's all AI and gambling.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, the season-long...
We used to make things. We used to be a country that made things, not to be a boomer, but...
Yeah. No, it's true, though. It's like, it's not a boomer thing. It's like maybe an economic historian kind of thing.
What are we offering to the world here is what I want to know. Like,
I mean...
We're in some trouble here.
We only make the weapons and money. We make money.
What if world peace is achieved? Heaven forbid.
It's like...
What would that do to our economy?
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, everyone should check out... oh my gosh, I'm doing so bad with names and stuff right now. Overzealots, his video on NATO that just came out recently. And yeah, that real motivation for keeping wars and Cold Wars and all those going. That's, I mean, if you look at, NATO pretty much has started the Cold War and has been steadily driven by investment in the military-industrial complex. But, yeah, it's all, we don't make anything. Yeah, we don't have any future. We're literally trading our futures.
It really is like, what is our plan here? We're so fucked in America. It's so sad. Like, what politics. What a bummer of a time to be here. It's like, what is going to change? Are we going to... Oh my God. What is this going to turn into? Like literally civil war, like breaking up into different countries? What is this going to be like? Bosnia, Herzegovina, Czechoslovakia? Like, some of these things where it's like, restructuring happened when we were after we were born, all across the world, I mean, like, you know, civil wars and changing of countries and all this kind of stuff is like, that's so annoying.
Although half the time that stems from us. From the
here
United
we go.
States.
Now we're at ground zero.
Yeah.
You know, now it's kind of like, that's what I keep thinking is like we're turning those
reference.
tactics.
Okay.
Turning those tactics onto us. And it's like, I mean, we're the best at it. So this is going to be a tough road for us that want an actual better future instead of just like quarterly stock earnings or whatever. I don't even know if that makes sense. I don't even know what that means. But I just...
yeah, that go up and down. Yeah, you're not even going to have an income. You'll have gains or losses.
That reminds me. But people are not giving up. People have not given up, actually. Something happened here in Seattle. Umberto and I went to it, and we both felt like really good. It was the first annual House Our Neighbors State of Social Housing, because we passed that social housing initiative last year. And the city council, they got to announce it last night.
Han Sauce? How's Our Neighbors State of Social Housing? Han Sauce.
Yeah. So like Han or HON, that's what people, that's what it's always.
Okay.
So
funny.
There's this what got passed, which pretty much it made Katie Wilson run for mayor, was this Prop 1A, which was to fund social housing via the mechanism being a 5% tax on businesses who had, for the employees that made over $1 million, this is a payroll tax. So this is like, people are making that's their income. This is not stock options or whatever. It's like straight up their income.
It's not wealth.
So the city council came.
Income.
This is what happened with Jumpstart Tax too, is they had a certain thing in mind. And then when they actually start collecting this tax, it's way more. It's $115 million to start funding the social housing project this year. They're saying this year they will have people in social housing, which means that people who live in those will never pay more than 30% of their income towards their rent. In perpetuity, it is owned by the public. It is run like it will have like renters councils. Like they'll have, it's just like,
'cause that's the only way you can have rent control in Washington is if it's public housing.
It's amazing. You know, there's been this Vienna model that they've like studied a lot, and it was just really inspiring. Katie Wilson spoke, like she decided that day, Prop 1A, it was overwhelming majority. It was like 60% approved of that mechanism. She decided that day to run for mayor because she was like, the city is ready for this. And Bruce Harrell
good.
Supported Prop 1B, which was like using something else. It was like, it was like not a tax on the wealthy in the same, you know, like it was like, we like this, but it would have ended up in more regressive taxes to fund it or whatever. So it just showed he didn't know shit about what people wanted. And it was like, okay, Seattle wants to do something progressive. And so it was just really, it was like, shit, that's $115 million by a little tax on people who make their paychecks total $1 million or more a year. That's fucking insane, you know, or I mean, just like income that they get, you know, things that they have to claim as income without a doubt.
Exactly.
We don't have a state income tax. This is not stock options. This is not house. It's not people who own this. It's like you make that much every single year. And if you make that much every year, you have way more than that, and you're not paying taxes on it. I'll tell you that much. You're making $1 million a year.
Income?
I don't even know what that means. What does that even mean?
Reality. Not a false human illusion.
Making like how much a month? It's like I don't even get it. I don't even get what that means. Like
it's 1/12 of a million.
I'm making $90,000 a month or whatever. Like, I don't get it. Like, what is that?
Where does that
crazy
go? It goes into money, into vapor.
I don't know.
Into
it goes
the ether.
Into AI investments.
It goes into my Polymarket account, and I'm pissed about Cardi B. That car dib was mouthing along. She was mouthing.
She was mouthing. You know she does. That's a performance. She was on stage. But it was really exciting. It was really actually like nice. That was like, fuck yeah. And they were like, there's going to be setbacks, but this is a big goal and we're here for it. And it just was really like, yes, nice.
Thank
fucking
God.
Doing something. Like and this year, people are going to be like, like they were saying that like this year, we're going to have this money. We're going to get people into this.
And that's a city
mixed income levels.
Payroll tax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it is. And so then people are like, everyone's like, oh, big business is going to leave. And it's like, fuck them then. Get them out of here. That'll drive housing prices down.
Yeah.
So social housing doesn't have to be such an emergency.
Someone else can step in who actually fucking cares about the community of Seattle. So
exactly. We'll get by because we're here. We're here for it. And if you're not, fucking leave then. We don't fucking want you here. If you're just going to be a drain. On
if you don't like it,
was just really leave. Exactly. Katie Wilson gave a speech at it. It was held at the over where Humvee works, and it just was it was good being out in the community, all these community leaders and people feeling really optimistic about that, about tackling this huge problem. Yeah, and she's like doing it and like really she's just been really trying to expedite shelter also, because it's like housing, definitely we need that. That's like long term, and shelter for right now because
it's an embarrassment of just West Coast liberals in general. Like big city, the housing problems overall, which it's like that so many of them just don't like accept that it's housing cost is what leads to homelessness. It's not about whether you have open air drug markets or whether you have even something like enough shelters or these programs and this and that. It's like where rent goes up, homelessness goes up. That's just the way it works. That's how it goes everywhere. And comparatively speaking, that's why in some of these large cities, like it's not like like you said, Seattle has a tenfold problem compared to like New York City. And it's because this overall like wealth inequality there, from where normal people are living to the rich, is just such an enormous gulf. It is bad for the economy. It's bad for everyone. It's not good for anyone. It's not even good for those rich people. What does it do for them? Like they just gives
them the confidence to go to Epstein Island.
Yeah, they just have more expensive property. That's it. And it's like, and even for them, it's like, well, then you're paying more taxes. No one wants this. Like, I don't think you're gonna abundance your way out of it either. It's not the issue. And
it's that housing is a human right and it can't be commodified, and that's something like social housing and stuff. It needs to be treated as a public like good. Like it's like it has to. It's like a foundation of having a society. Is like people are entitled to it, and we have to structure our society around making sure that people's like there's a couple basics, and shelter is definitely one of them. It's like food, water, shelter. Okay, we are entitled to those because we die without them, and it's just true. It's like you have to have.
The magic bullet to end homelessness is to give people homes. Steve Miller Band said it. How's the people living on the street?
Finland just did that. I mean, they just do that. It's like, you give people homes, and it's like, because we should want more than just fucking shelter for people, right? Like, aren't we kind of like aiming a little bit higher? And that comes back to, no, we're not here in America. We're just a bunch of corporations greasing up and fucking teenagers in front of each other. Like it's just, you know,
they don't care. It's like Trump. They don't care at a level never before seen.
Literally, it's like, why would we think about the future? Then I'm thinking about this 14-year-old. Ew, she'll be older then. I don't want to think about that. I want to think about the right now while she's 14.
I have to think about future teenagers. That's too abstract. They're teenagers here.
It really is like, what are we doing? Like, what is Congress doing? What are any of these motherfuckers like? But what it really made me think was what we're doing, and like what How's Our Neighbors was saying, what they're doing is talking to other cities all across the country. You know, they're talking at a smaller level. It's like the federal government has essentially like abandoned us. You know, they are pretty much, there's a lot of stuff that they do that is not useless. The post office, blah, 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 blah. Yes. Like they have abandoned progress. So that will have to come from, like, they're not big thinkers. I mean, and it always does start smaller and like grow from there. But sometimes you have people who want to get shit done and have like a vision. And, you know, like there are some people who in the federal level, these big, the Senate, you know, Congress, whatever, it's like that have like, you know, that want something for the people and are doing this and doing that. And it's like, we don't have that in federal politics. When we had it, Bernie's going to die. And that's just kind of, I don't know what's going to happen to healthcare, top 1% or whatever there. We have to come together at our city level, at the state level, you know, coalitions at that level, because there is nothing from the federal government that in the foreseeable future is going to be. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And like social, like society. Yeah.
Yeah. Communal and societal. Yeah. If you can kind of combine that with the economy, you know, since that's so important.
Oh, write that down.
Yeah. The social economy.
And like no big, you know what the federal government should be doing? Some big infrastructure projects so we all get super fast Wi-Fi. So we all have super clean water. So we all have like these huge things that then states can kind of expand on. But like, what are they doing? Like, what is the federal government? Like, what do they, I know that there's grants and there's money and it is a huge impact, like having some cuts and stuff, like the money. But again, you know what I just want to find a way to reframe this, that it's like, that's not federal government's money. That's actually my money. That's actually your money. That's actually our money, and we deserve it. Use it when you need it. J.G. Wentworth style. That's what these taxes are for.
Because even the people with lots of money, that's also our money. That's the thing.
Oh yeah.
All of the money is all of our money, and
for all of us
problem with
to have
wealth inequality with billionaires and stuff is that they're just hoarding our money. They made their money because it was taken from us or given by us. But it's like you give money so that something can be done, something can get made, something can happen. And when it all comes to a dead end, and they're just, you know, smog sitting on top of piles of gold and rupees or whatever. Is that the name of the dragon in
I was going to say, that's pretty good, Doug. I know you're not a big LOTR fan, but yeah, smog.
Yeah,
is,
just a fucking dragon sitting on top of all the riches. It doesn't do anyone any good. It's like, and it doesn't seem very comfortable to lay on either. Yeah. You know what?
And I guess it's like, and just, I guess they'd be like, well, I mean, right wingers, they're straight up like, the government just has to provide a military. That's their only job. That's what they do. And it's like, is it? So then why are we paying so much taxes? But then it's like, so every state's going to do it different. So are we a country?
No.
Or not.
It's not even states. I mean, if you're like, what would I don't even understand where that logic comes from. when it's like, so it's okay for the state to do it, but not for the federal government? Like, why? Why is that your line? It's like, if you're going down this libertarian train of logic, it's like, you think that whatever his fucking name from ChatGPT, and Jeff Bezos and Peter Thiel, since they have the money, that through the free hand of the market, they're going to be helping provide roads and schools and hospitals. No.
Yeah.
It's like, that's already happened. There's company towns, and it's not good. It's not a good outcome for anyone involved. Like, this has all been done. It's like, why is your line there even? Why don't you just want to go back to having a monarchy and serfdom? Like, what's the... where?
They're like, we do!
Yeah, some of them.
Okay.
Well, it's like, yeah, Peter Thiel thinks so, because he thinks he should be the king. A benevolent king.
Yeah.
But...
King Thiel.
We do have some very smart people on the right, though, like Miranda Devine.
That's what I'm
and
thinking.
our
Maybe we could read this out
Trump.
loud.
I don't know if we're looking at the same thing.
About, it just made me, because it's like Miranda Devine. Trump debunking Al Gore's climate fears has made the world a better place. But I read it. I knew what it said, but it made me laugh to think Trump debunking AI Gores is what it looks
AI
like.
Gores?
Like, yeah.
He's just sitting on his phone, like, in comment sections, like, nope, actually, and talking to some fucking AI post that's really just selling a subscription service. But,
yeah, so... Trump debunking Al Gore's climate fears has made the world a better place.
Mm-hmm. What a claim. Not only that he has debunked anything, but that just the president debunking, accepted science is making the world a better place.
Al Gore's climate fears.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very specific. Yeah. The picture that he has, he's speaking at a podium with like 30 flags behind him. Like 8 flags. But it says, President Trump delivers remark at the Champion of Coal event in the White House East Room. I'm like, oh, yeah, this isn't like...
Man, I missed out on that. The Champion of Coal
Champion
event.
of Coal. So,
the cock. COC.
Yeah. Ding dong, the climate hoax is dead. 20 years after Al Gore's apocalyptic movie An Inconvenient Truth, the Trump administration has put the final nail in the coffin of the lie that scared a generation into believing the planet was about to explode in flames if they kept using fossil fuels. In what the White House calls the largest deregulatory action in American history, the EPA on Thursday will repeal an Obama-era proclamation that has mandated greenhouse gas regulations for 17 years. Oh, God. As I'm reading this, like, I had kind of skimmed through it, and now I'm just like, it's kind of hitting me. The 2009 endangerment finding had been the primary climate handbrake of American industry, forming the legal justification for increasingly punitive greenhouse gas regulations. Rescinding it would, quote, save the American people $1.3 trillion in crushing regulations, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said this week, with the EPA projecting an average savings of $2,400 per vehicle and further savings on farm machinery, soon to be freed from the complex extra circuitry required to restrict emissions.
Savings of $2,400. And if you think that we're going to see that in the sticker price, like, I don't even have a bridge to sell you. I just want to dunk your fucking head in a toilet. Until you no longer need to use the toilet. I want to throw you
off a bridge.
Yeah.
That is
it's like
in a landlocked area.
Yeah. All that would do is just give the manufacturer more money. And it's like, it's like, and if you think that's a good thing, it's because if you think that's a good thing for the American people, as Caroline Leavitt says, are you just straight up telling me you believe in trickle down economics or something, supply side economics. We were somehow having a discussion about that, Dad and I, during the Super Bowl.
I remember.
And the Laffer curve and stuff like that, and how it's just something that, like, you talk about, well, I'm going to repeal these regulations. It's the same thing as saying I'm going to lower taxes on these corporations. I'm going to repeal these regulations that cost them money. And it's like...
And they'll lower their prices or pay their employees more, I'm so sure.
Yeah, exactly. Like, were you born yesterday?
Said they won't. They straight up said they won't do that.
They
like
have a
COVID
fiduciary responsibility to not do that.
They're pathetic. So it says, it will also end Joe Biden's enforced transition to electric vehicles by 2030. Yay! Exclamation point.
Yay! I just saw that.
It's so ridiculous. It's about
God.
time that common sense returned to energy policy. During the recent bone-chilling winter storm that hit...
with complex, science converging with politics and energy policy, is you need common sense. You need common sense. What the fuck does that even mean in this context? What are you talking about?
Well, because during the recent bone-chilling winter storm that hit 200 million Americans across more than 35 states, it wasn't wind and solar that kept the lights on, but fossil fuels.
Huh?
And it's like, yeah, because you guys don't do any investments into green energy, for one thing.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's how... It's like, we're trying to move away from that, bitch. We know that that's what we rely on. That's what this whole conversation is about, you fucking idiot.
A couple years ago, we had bone-chilling, horrific temperatures here where I live, all across Washington. And you know what kept our heat and lights on? Hydroelectricity and nuclear. So we don't have fossil fuels. I mean, we got natural gas.
Not everyone can do those kinds of things, but it's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. It's like, so we use fossil fuels. So you're saying we use fossil fuels? Okay, we know. That's what we're talking about.
That's what
Glad you're on board with that. That's an argument for you that we use fossil fuels. I don't know. But
while everyone else was driving an electric car, you know what I drove to work? My Volkswagen Jetta. Okay.
It's like,
that's what you always drive. Who gives a fuck?
According to the Florida Municipal Power Agency, 90% of power generation in the country at the height of the storm was natural gas, coal, nuclear, which is
clean
oil,
energy.
which is clean energy. Cheap, abundant energy fueled America's prosperity, but charlatans citing pseudoscience have conspired to send us back to the dark ages with hyperbolic predictions that keep falling apart.
Name
As
one.
we keep sailing past the various doomsday deadlines set by the climate shucksters from Gore to Greta Thunberg, the public has been waking up to the hoax. A Gallup poll found in 2024 only 2% of Americans cite climate change or the environment as their main concern. So right there, I want to say, because most people say it's the fucking economy.
Yeah.
That we're like all drowning in debt and stuff. So it's like maybe people are just like not able to really think about that as their number one top priority when they can't afford their fucking groceries or housing. It's a little bit harder to like name that as your top, but it's probably in the top couple. So that's like misleading anyways, but it's like, things are really difficult out here. And there's like things like, instability, housing instability, increased like immigration type of bullshit stuff. Like, there's like a lot to be worried about. So, what does that matter?
The world is on fire, not just because of that, but everything is crumbling around us. So like, hardly anyone, just a few million people cite this as their main concern. It's like, because
as their number one, that would be like, this is my number one.
People feel like they have to get out of the burning house before they worry about, the effects on their insurance premiums. It's like they're
it's like
both
we're kind
concerns,
of in the middle of something,
but
It's telling that green activists have been relatively silent in the face of a full-scale assault by Trump and his cabinet on climate shibboleths.
What?
The past
Sorry,
year.
I'm opening the stuff about that Gallup poll that she's talking about.
Yeah.
Number one,
I
think number one issue in that one, though, is 2024. This is immigration, which is embarrassing.
Yes.
So embarrassing. Let's see. 6 issues worrisome to majority of Americans. Oh, no. Okay, that was just, I was looking at an overview. As part of its environment poll, 14 different issues, which have been tracked regularly since 2001. 55% of Americans who worry a great deal about inflation. Duh.
Yeah, like the cost of things.
Concerned about 5 other domestic issues: crime and violence, 53%, hunger and homelessness, 52%,
yes.
The economy, which is just another thing, because that's
so it's all of those things. Yeah,
the availability and affordability of health care, and federal spending and the budget deficit. Nerds. Yeah, Dad, I'm calling you out. But let's see.
So
another
lame.
4 issues highly concerning to less than half, but at least 4 in 10 Americans: illegal immigration, drug use, Social Security, and the possibility of future terrorist attacks in the U.S.
Oh, God. America's so embarrassing.
But it's like those things, like illegal immigration, crime and violence, terrorist attacks. It's just, I mean, it's swayed so heavily by media coverage. That's what's happened. Like, totally. I mean, I was saying when we were going through election stuff, campaign season 2024, it's like, it's on them. They, like, the politicians who make it part of their campaigns and the media that covers it, it's not some grand conspiracy theory. They run the narrative there. Like, if you talked about illegal immigration, like, not at all, literally 20% of Americans would be concerned about it. It seriously wouldn't even cross people's minds, except for those, those like pretty good block of Americans are just fucking racist, I mean, that definitely happens.
Pretty good block there,
because
too.
There's people that have been on this whole illegal immigrant thing for 30 years, that's for sure. But it doesn't matter what's going on. But when the Democratic Party shifts from 2020 saying we should give amnesty to every single fucking immigrant in the United States to 2024 saying we're going to kill them all as soon as they show up, try us, Trump. It's like, yeah, then that's reflected in how the American public sees it. And it's like, why do you think only 2% of Americans are worried about, as their top concern, things like climate change? Number one, because it's a long-term thing that is just guaranteed not going to be a top concern for most people. It's too abstract. It's straight up. Like,
there's literally science that shows it's hard for us. It's hard for humans to really, like, as like a whole species, like really like understand the impact of something like climate change on us.
Let
alone,
it's
like we're only so capable.
Yeah, let alone those.
So that's a real bummer.
Absolute dinguses. Like these conservatives that...
Without antagonists.
Well, I mean, or the people that literally for anything, like, don't consider it until it personally happens to them. You got like people in Congress, well, gosh, I didn't think this abortion bill was going to do anything. And then this girl got raped and she had to have a baby. And it's like, I didn't think that...
I never thought of that.
Yeah. Oh, man. And then my daughter had to go...
Even though people
had
told
an
me
ectopic pregnancy. And it's like, yeah, exactly. So you ask people like that to try to wrap their heads around, doing things for the future 100 years of not just America, but the world. It's not happening, But yeah, for worried a great deal, it was inflation, crime, hunger and homelessness, the economy, healthcare. Like, that's the top 5. It's like, well, no shit. Climate change was near the bottom. Okay, so you get back to it because I want to hear some of this debunking.
God, America. But all right. So
Biden and the radical left wanted to abolish coal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just to make sure the greenies completely lose their mind, President Trump was crowned the inaugural, quote, undisputed champion of coal by the Washington Coal Club Wednesday in an event promoted by the White House as an unabashed celebration of the fossil fuel most demonized by climate alarmists.
Crowned,
quote, clean, beautiful.
Crowned the champion of coal. You're like
undisputed.
The antagonist against Santa Claus in a fucking bad movie. Like you're the evil
I'm the
coal
champion
guy
of coal.
who wants to take everyone's presents away.
He says, clean,
everyone
beautiful
will have coal.
Yeah. America's most reliable and affordable energy source. And it's like, so you ever heard of like London in like the Charles Dickens times, when it was like this disgusting soot-filled covered city with like coal burning everywhere? It's like a gross, nasty.
You ever hear of Shanghai 15 years ago? It's like,
no, he hasn't. But he's heard of Charles Dickens, probably.
Yeah. But think about Oliver Twist, sir. It's like China just went through this, and it's one of those things where they're like, well, we're talking about climate change, but in China they have all this coal and stuff like that. It's they did
huge strides,
and they made huge strides, and now they're moving away from it. And people in the actual industrial cities, because of the way that they're set up, totally different in the United States. But like the real industrial cities and places with coal plants, like you would get off of it would only take 18 hours, a shift of work over there. But you get off of your 14-hour shift, and your car that was parked there would be covered in smoggy dust every single day. Like, and I mean, people get cancer and all of this stuff. And it's like, it's just, talk about common sense. You were talking about common sense and energy policy. Just having coal everywhere. You can just, like you said, you could just walk out like it was London, covered it. I mean, when they take away all these regulations for cars, it's going to be smog everywhere. It's like, how bad LA is already? Like, how much worse it was 50 years ago. So bad.
You want lead back in our gasoline, and you want people just breathing in lead?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that that's like an unnecessary regulation? Like, all of this.
Trump wanted to bring back asbestos.
All of this, like, marketplace of ideas. It's like, this has actually already been talked about, and it's been refuted,
it's already
and we've
moved
on
from it.
You're just fucking stupid, and you don't get it. It's like your marketplace of ideas about race and stuff like that. Yeah. We've been over that. That's like
we're past
a lot of years back. We
catch up.
We've been talking about this. What are you,
Donnie?
Talking about?
You're out of your element. Yeah. Literally, Donald Trump. You're like a child who walks into a movie. You have no. You're out of your element.
It is.
And you start off with a blather?
We're moving forward because there's better ways to do things. I just don't. Some people are just fucking stupid, and I just don't know what else to say. It's like, I don't know, these white men that ate asbestos and drank lead pipe water or whatever. Maybe it's not their fault, whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Back
to me.
when I was a kid, we drank lead and ate asbestos. And but look at me, I'm stupid.
Look at me, I'm president. God. But he said, let's see.
I like that he jokingly decreed that, quote, anytime you mention coal, COAL, it has to be preceded by 2 words, clean and beautiful. I don't know if that's a joke. It's Donald Trump. It's probably like literally every time someone in my administration mentions coal, they have to say clean and beautiful coal. That's
yeah,
not,
it's like
his decrees aren't joking.
And that's like or like I don't get. It's like it's a stupid thing to say, anyways. But he
Great
lauded,
writer.
his rapid fire deregulation moves as the administration's secret weapon in his war against the war on coal. Beautiful,
We're fighting two wars here. You got the war on coal and then the war on coal.
Yeah,
what a war!
Biden and the radical left wanted to abolish coal. Mm-hmm. Trump told the assembled group of coal miners in hard hats and high-vis vests in the East Room.
Wow, what an opportunity.
Oh, I know. Yeah, got an aluminum smelter coming in, first time in 50 years. It's like, I want us to make things, but I don't want us to make things that we made 50 years ago.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, you're supposed to be kind of moving on up. I was thinking about that. Yeah, like what are we're getting close to not contributing much. I feel like China's really going to take over. We do a lot of like healthcare stuff is something that we do a lot of like research and crap like that, like some high tech things. But I feel like we're kind of falling off on that too. Like we're kind of just behind the times.
Should all be supported by the federal government is why.
And China's like, that's all we do here. Over here in communist country is everything is the government.
You're in
and
commie
we are,
country. That's how they talk.
So it's, yeah, commie country. I'm Chinese over here.
Where have you been, Natalie?
I want to say that, okay, so there's this sentence. Well, because China also has a plan, as we've said before. But, okay, so this over here. Net zero policies adopted. Oh, I'm just going to read it exactly like it says. Net zero policies adopted by in Europe, Canada, and Australia with their blind reliance on wind and solar have failed. Citation needed?
No,
or
this is the New York Post.
You're gonna.
This is the citation.
Huge new demand. And the huge new demand for power by data processing centers underpinning artificial intelligence and the climate fiction. Oh, add the new. And the climate fiction has been impossible to sustain. It's like.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you?
But
that's
we don't
one of the
want
problems.
that. No one wants that.
I don't know what are you talking about there? Like that's part of the climate change problem. It's like, well, we're not going to be able to, it's like with all this climate regulation, we won't be able to build these data centers because they need all this water. And it's like, yeah, because you need all this water and it's bad for the environment. That's what we're yeah. What are you talking about here? I don't think we're talking about this, or we are talking about the same thing, but you're not.
Common sense.
I don't get where you're coming from, honestly.
Yeah. You need to explain again because you're a really bad and stupid writer.
Yeah. It just really
I looked ahead a little bit here. Bill Gates. I'm surprised. So she brings up Bill Gates. I'm surprised she doesn't say climate activist and Epstein associate Bill Gates. Yeah. Which is, every time that name is mentioned, it should be preceded by, this is my decree, by Epstein associate Bill Gates. Same thing with Trump, but, that should be Epstein's best friend, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
What is...
You know what I want to say, though? About this, on this Epstein subject, all this Epstein stuff I've said in the past, I was like, what? These guys are just... You know what I want to pop off more? I want to get it circulating back around the internet, is, even though it doesn't matter, because I knew it wouldn't to Trump supporters, when he sees, like, he's in these files where the girls are getting fingered in front of these men and they're 13 years old. It's all this disgusting, absolute... Wow, it's so fucking gross.
Yeah.
It's so fucking gross. There's that video of him saying, my daughter has nice legs. We'll see when she grows up if she's like her mother, like talking about her boobs, talking about Tiffany, and she's 1 year old. She's 1 year old. And I feel like that just didn't get enough media attention to be like, look, like, woo, woo, woo,
yeah.
woo,
he's just a
like
creepy old disgusting pervert.
He's talking about his 1 year old daughter's legs and tits.
God.
I know. It's like, what are you... that's one that I just want to it's like Epstein, whatever. I know that he's a fucking pervert. That to me, I'm like, I just want to get that going around. Let's just remind people that there is a video. He said that, and not like a hot mic.
Thing
it was
that he
in
said about
an
his
interview.
Daughters. Yeah.
I mean, if I'd be dating her, whatever, or Teen USA, look at their bodies. I'd go into their whatever dressing room.
So back in 2018,
all that, but
at the job that I was working, and these guys, guys like Trump or whatever, and then bringing it up to me, they'd be like, "What? And you don't like Trump? What do you mean?" and stuff. And well, you like Hillary? And I was like, "No, that's hilarious. So not really at all." But he's like, "Well, why don't you like Trump?" And my response that would always work then, because it was more in the zeitgeist, was, I have daughters. I would never support Trump. And I was like, do you want him to grab your daughter by the pussy? And all the guys,
they're like,
yeah. And the other guys were like, whoa, well, I was like, not me. Sorry. I'm a good dad.
No thanks.
And that ends the conversation. Yeah. It's like, no.
It's like, I would never let my daughter around a pedophile. Would you?
Yeah.
It's like, and if you would, I wouldn't let my daughter around you, motherfucker. Yeah.
So I'm not going to vote for him. You crazy?
Vote for him to be in charge of all of the
everyone's
people.
Daughters. No thanks. Fox is in the hen house, man.
I just, all of this, all these perverts, God.
Means these people are perverts. Yeah, billionaire activist Bill Gates has renounced climate alarm, declaring quietly last October, which is funny. Declaring quietly, he did it in his, this quote is from his, newsletter blog thing that he puts out. That climate change, quote, will not lead to humanity's demise, unquote. And, quote, the global temperature doesn't tell us anything about the quality of people's lives, unquote. Yeah, wait a minute.
Thanks,
Let's look at those quotes again. Number one, the global temperature doesn't tell us anything about the quality of people's lives. Yeah. She says Captain Obvious, but it's like, exactly, because he's talking about something else, you fucking moron. He's not.
It's like he's
not saying
that there's more.
Climate change isn't a problem. I'm reading this. It's from Gates Notes. I guess he puts this out. I don't know how often, but
see, she's making us read Gates Notes.
Yeah,
this bitch.
Fuck this. I hate Bill Gates. But even this, it's like for the very top lines summaries of this edition of Gates Notes. Climate change is serious, but we've made great progress. We need to keep backing the breakthroughs that will help the world reach zero emissions. But we can't cut funding for health and development, programs that help people stay resilient in the face of climate change, to do it. It's time to put human welfare at the center of our climate strategies, which includes reducing the green premium to zero and improving agriculture and health in poor countries. This is what you're pulling from. He didn't denounce, what was it? Let's see, quietly renounce climate alarm. He's talking about focusing on people. Even this piece of shit, Bill Gates, saying
he's a pedophile.
Climate change will hurt poor people more than anyone else. But for the vast majority of them, it will not be the only or even the biggest threat to their lives and welfare. The biggest problems are poverty and disease, just as they always have been. Understanding this will let us focus our limited resources on interventions that will have the greatest impact for the most vulnerable people. And it's like, yeah, you don't need to force people in developing nations and poverty-stricken people to reduce their carbon footprint. It doesn't make sense. And it's like, now that you could say, thanks, Captain Obvious, but that's not what you're talking about. It's literally the opposite of what your article is about.
That's what I mean. All of this, it's like, do you know what you're saying? You don't. It's like, doesn't say anything about their state of or like they're whatever. The global temperature doesn't say anything about people's lives, and it's like, what is that? Yeah, go on with that. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say by including this in your stupid opinion piece? What does that mean to you? What do you think he's saying? That it doesn't matter what the global temperature is, it won't have an impact on people's lives? Because it seems like that's what you're trying to say, and that's fucking stupid.
And that's not what climate activist and Jeffrey Epstein associate Bill Gates said. He didn't say global temperature doesn't matter because it doesn't have an immediate impact on people's lives. Yeah.
It doesn't tell you about how people... It doesn't other things tell you about that. You don't go to that to know about people's lives. You don't go to that to know about temperature.
I didn't even scroll down one more paragraph in bold on Gates' notes. To be clear, climate change is a very important problem. It needs to be solved, along with other problems like malaria and malnutrition, something that... Whatever you say about Bill Gates, I guess that's been his foundation's focus for a long time, is malaria. Every tenth of a degree of heating that we prevent is hugely beneficial because a stable climate makes it easier to improve people's lives. This is what you're referencing, Miranda.
Yeah. Invite her on the show. I want to invite her on the show. Be like, bitch, let's talk about this article in particular. You're a bad writer.
Yeah.
You're a bad writer, and I think you're kind of stupid. So
we need to get into the Substack game. So at least have something that's like, no, fuck you. I could write just as bad, just as good as that. Because I can. I don't want to. Yeah. It's probably good for me. I just started making my kid start writing things every day. But a little
fascist.
Yeah, exactly.
Making her. No.
Yeah, and then I woke up in the middle of the night and she was just standing over me. She was like, "I'm trying to think of something to write about, Dad."
Yeah. She looks like a demon because she is. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Doug.
Okay. Well, we'll call it quits.
Quits.
I appreciate you hanging out with me.
This guy we're looking for is a scum-sucking, motherfucking, ball-biting death machine.
It really warms my heart as a ball-biting death machine.
You call that a death machine? That barely killed anybody.
That barely killed anyone. Boo.
Yeah. Poor Leonardo da Vinci.
He sure was stupid. Yeah. He sure was stupid. Oh, man.
This is politics.
Well, Miranda Devine of the New York Post. Guess
Miranda?
What?
We just talked to your smart fridge and it told us you're ugly.
You just got smart fridged. Exactly. Okay. Shout out to R.M. Brown for inspiring us.
Head bonk to individuals.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really nice one. Thanks, Inane Blather.
Oh, I need to throw it in.
We could do it.
Because I thought of it 40 minutes ago. We were talking about just the vaporware of the American economy, how we don't make anything. And I need to look up it just kept reminding me of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Frank Reynolds going back to his company where he made millions of dollars, and it's like, and Charlie asking him, and he's like, well, what do we make? And he's like, money. He's like, well, how do we make it? By making money. And that's like he's like, what are you talking about? We make money.
Pretty much.
Is like his entire thing. I just saw this.
Suicide is badass.
And I was like, Frank Reynolds. Yeah, that's right. So
Rank Reynolds.
He's rank.
Mm-hmm.
All
right. Shout out to everybody.
There was a monumental retraction in Nature magazine about the economic commitment of climate change. So this is what she should have led with.
Yeah.
But
we'll look
it's
into
like
that next week.
Oh man. I read about that and took it to heart.
Yeah, I'm sure all these readers read Nature. That's like extremely prestigious, actually, magazine.
Yeah, which is why they retracted
scientists,
that.
Like,
so,
yeah, they have a very high standard. I've helped actually scientists submit papers to that publication.
And the New York Post not having similar retractions isn't because their standards are lower, it's because they're always right.
Because they don't have any. Oh, yeah, that's right. But it's interesting also to not lead with that Nature thing and to not hyperlink it at all. I thought that was weird too. So I'll have to look into that.
That's an actually interesting story, you know. And it's the actual cross between economics, legislation and climate change, science, etc., etc., etc. But it's a little highbrow for Miranda.
Miranda? You don't get that because it's from Sex and the City, but someone
Miranda,
does
AKA
You big dildo.
Divine.
For people who know it, this woman on
Sing It If You Know It
TikTok probably, she does. That's Steve, right? Steve that Miranda's with in Sex and the City, and he's always like the Miranda, like Miranda.
Yeah, I never watched that
I don't
show,
know exactly.
I missed a lot. I missed a lot not watching it. So
you're missing that.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Shout out Aaron Brown. Shout out man. Shout out to Nay. Hope we catch you on the next one. I hope. And shout out to the Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh,
the new
we
dynasty
said
begins.
We'd give you a shout out. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I saw Mike McDonald at the parade, and Sam Darnold and Richard Sherman was there.
Awesome. Oh man,
it was awesome.
Okay, love you.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.